Welcome back to Joy News Prime, and it's time now for the interactive segment, but we're just getting some breaking news coming through. We're told that there's a fire at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle here. You know, the fire, it's the fires at the Vienna City. And Vienna City is an entertainment joint at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. It's actually just about opposite the Guel filling station where the June 3 flood and fire disasters happened. Latif Idris is on standby. All right, he's not available, but as you can see, the footage is the feed, the live feed is on your screens right now. Wow. Right, so we will be getting back to you immediately. We have Latif Idris on the line, and he's available to speak with us. But Akwara Singh is back here.
Yeah, and I sure do hope that no one is hurt in that fire.
Yeah, we hope so too.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, welcome to the interactive segment. As always, we're on facebook.com/Joy News on TV, on Twitter at Joy News on TV, and on WhatsApp, the number is 0560800000. Please add your name and location when sending us a message. Now, there is a serious problem at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. The machine that sterilizes equipment for surgery has broken down, and hospital staff have resorted to using the disinfectant Parasafe. But this is what you've been saying about the story, which we've put up on our Facebook page. So that's facebook.com/Joy News on TV. And Asia is going to quickly get to your comments there on Facebook.
Right, so I'll be bringing you your comments, but I also have some comments on WhatsApp. I'll be giving that to you in a bit. But okay, so here is the story. It's gotten 23 shares, and let me go to the very recent comments, the most recent comments. All right, so Alaji says, like, seriously? Mustafa says, I wonder if Ghana is as serious as a nation. What kind of country are we living in? And oh, Allah help our dear nation. Zoka says, how much more health centers? Prince Boedu says, do you yearn to travel?
No, don't.
Okay, somebody is spamming us.
Yes.
Mahama Ba says, this is purely a management problem. How did it come to this when even ward equipment and gauze for everyday work needs to be sterilized? I don't know what is Korle Bu, but they've been in the news lately for all the wrong reasons. Rhapsody says, does it mean Korle Bu does not have $20,000 for the replacement A? And Richard says, but national security is not aware of this sensitive national health risk like this. God is watching. Richard Abdullah says, I wish the government appoints the association leader as CEO, and let's see what happens. Ayamba says, forced by whom? What happened to the internally generated funds? Tell us, Joy News. Goffred says, why? Bugri says, mercy. Katechi says, and Wayame is working freely without stealing money. It's the sort of the Lord shall devour Mahama and his NDC government. What you've written, I don't get. I think it's, well, Joseph says, I think every senior staff at Korle Bu should be transferred to other facilities and new people brought there. These guys are intentionally running the place down and blaming the board. This is not about NDC or MPP. They buy the consumables and know what they will need at any point in time. All right.
Okay, on WhatsApp, Idana Yakubu from BIMC says, Korle Bu Hospital is a subset of a country in crisis. I'm therefore not surprised about the constant unpleasant stories emerging from there every now and then. This one is from Lottie Jones in Tema, who says, the disinfectant process seems to be a basic medical requirement, but Ghana, being so negligent, has allowed the sterilization machine to break down. What a shame and a dangerous attitude. The leadership of the hospital is not competent, so they have to be fired, because this sterilization thing could be handled at the hospital level. Corrupt officials at Korle Bu, shame on you. This one says, are we safe in Ghana? May God help us survive. Eyes are watching. This one is from SS Soke in Half Asini. And this one says, Israel, is it not sad when the president chooses to rebrand buses at the expense of such machines? And this one is from Bogolo in Takinta. This one is from Schiffman in Schiffman Aton. So he says, it seems we don't value lives anymore, period. And then I got another message that was talking about no doctor at Tete Kwashi Hospital at night. when you are sick and rush there in the night. And this one is from Kwesi from Mampong. Pim, and those are some of your comments on
There was
WhatsApp.
one other comment that actually came through. It sounded like it came from a nurse who works somewhere at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. We'll look for that comment and bring that comment to you. But right now we're getting back onto the phone lines and back to Vienna City here at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, where we're told that there's a fire. We've actually seen footage of the fire. Latif Idris is on standby as he's going to be updating us as to how serious this fire is. He is on phone. Good evening to you, Latif. What can you tell us about this fire at Vienna City? Hello, Latif. If you can hear me, what can you tell us about this fire at Vienna City?
And workers of Vienna City nightclub. It started around about 7:30 thereabouts, and as we speak, we have about 6 fire tenders at site battling the fire, which has been raging on since it started about 8:00 p.m. we are told. I have one of the workers here, and he's going to tell us exactly how it all started. You are welcome to join us.
Yeah, I'm Andy.
Okay, so tell us exactly how the whole thing started.
Okay, Mr. Raymond, please come. Raymond, come. The life on here.
Okay, so you were here when it all started. You tell us your name first.
I'm Raymond.
You are Raymond. Tell us, how did it all happen?
It started from air conditioning in the down bar. We have 2 bars, the down one. I was taking stock in the VIP, and then one of the waiters called me. There's fire. So I went there. When we were about to off it, and all of a sudden we had a big buzz. Wow! Then it started.
Were there any workers in there when the whole thing started?
Yes, we were all in.
So can we say that some of your colleagues are trapped in there?
No, nobody. Everybody's run out.
A couple of minutes ago, I saw some of the workers bringing out 2 dogs from the place. Were they trapped in there?
Yes. It's okay.
All right, so he's been stopped from granting an interview to us. As you know, the fire is still on. 6 fire tenders, I must say, are on site here battling the fire. For now, we do not know how long it's going to take the fire officers to completely put the fire out. As you can see in the background, they are trying their possible best to put out the fire.
Right, thank you very much, Latif Idris, bringing us up to speed on the fire at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. There's a nightclub there called, or entertainment center called Vienna City, and the place is on fire. Fortunately, we're not told of any casualties yet, and we're happy about that. We hope it stays that way.
And it looks like the whole place has actually been
engulfed in flames.
Wow.
And you know, it's just about the first anniversary of the fire, and they're getting another, in the area. Right, so back to our story
about
the Korle Bu.
The Korle Bu situation. I found that comment you were talking about.
Yeah.
This one is nameless, but the person said what the PR of Korle Bu said is not true, because at the labor ward and theatre, the scrub nurses have been doing high-level disinfection of the instruments before cesarean sections can be done. And this has been going on for the past 2-3 weeks. Okay, so this one is reacting to a comment by the PR of Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. But let's move on and talk about teenage pregnancy. And more than 100,000 girls between 13 and 19 are getting pregnant every year in Ghana. The Central Region has the highest incidence of teenage pregnancies currently in the country. Now we're asking, should teenage girls be given contraceptives? If not, how can the situation best be dealt with? Let's start on the streets.
Parents don't want to go into it because they think when they discuss it with their children, they will want to try with it, experiment with it. And that's the problem with our society. If you don't talk to your children about it, they'll be curious. And then when they see their friends practicing it, or they go online, they watch stuff. They want to try it and then experience how it is done. So I think basically parents should have open discussions with their children about the whole topic, so that their children can get a clear understanding of what to do and what not to do.
Pregnancy in Ghana by educating the youth on sex education.
Yeah, I think the youth needs education, sexual education, sex education. So for me, I don't think the use of contraceptives and stuff would be advisable, since they may be too young and it may go a long way to affect their system. The parents shouldn't be hiding certain things from them. You know, our parents are like, might be discussing sex with them and all that. I think it's a bad idea. You know, we need to teach our children about sex and how to go about everything.
I believe it's the word of God. Show the child the way he should go. If you teach your child that this and this and this, you are now an adolescent. If you do this, this is what will happen to you. Yes, of course, let the child know having sexual feelings is part of the growing process. And if you teach the child with the word of God, let her know. Let him or her, him also, the boy child is there. Let her know that these things are not right. These things are not good for you as a child being brought up in a Christian home. Then you put the child on the right footing.
So those are views from the streets of Accra. Let's go on to Facebook now, where you've been commenting on this story. It's had almost 40,000 views.
Yeah, almost 40,000 people have reached.
Yeah.
Charles Amson says, for what? And he's, so the question is more than, so should teenage girls be given contraceptives? And then Charles says, for what? Godwin says they need CPT. I don't know what that means.
I think he means contraceptives.
Okay, Sino says no. Janet says it depends, because taking contraceptives is to prevent pregnancy alone, but there are many STIs out there that are more dangerous than pregnancy. Seriously, parents should be talking. We parents should be talking to our children on early sex. And Esther says, in my opinion, I think they should give them sex education at secondary school, because they don't know that girls menstruate and ovulate. Really.
Secondary school.
Okay. And Umend Duka says, if I may ask, is Ghana part of West Africa? Why can't Ghanaian parents discipline their younger ones? What a nation. It is only in Ghana that teens are busy dancing and partying in any available bar.
I think this guy's Nigerian.
Their mothers are busy gossiping with their neighbors, and the fathers are drinking to stupor, and the local apetite join. If Ghana, oh seriously? In Ghana, married ones are being frustrated out of marriage by their parents because they prefer prostitution to marriage. What a shameless country. Seriously? Okay, so he gets the replies. So he gets the reply. You call it a shameless country. I guess you're not from Ghana, because he's not from Ghana. Jennifer said, what she's saying 99% correct. The word is shameless is 1% wrong. MK Juniors, no wonder you are from Uga, Nigeria. If Ghana is, what about Nigeria? Wise up. Elvis says, sometimes we need to get better solutions to this problem rather than disgrace the country. And it goes on and on. You can get onto our Facebook page and enjoy.
Sometimes it's just interesting when you go and read the comments.
Fred says, policymakers need to think about strategies to curb this. Firstly, I suggest our science curriculum in both JHS and SHS must have a unit that teaches reproduction, structure and function, menstrual cycle, conception and fertilization. Yeah.
Okay. Now on WhatsApp, Abdullah Abdul Razak in Tamale saying, in fact, the rise in teenage pregnancy cases has to do with lack of good morals and proper monitoring. This one says, girls of nowadays wouldn't listen to their parents even when such discussions are held on camera. It serves them right. This one is from Bogolo, who is watching the show in Takinta. This one says, the children themselves are masters of the game. They will even educate you on things you don't even know. This one is from Elvis Nyaku in Ho. Then someone is telling us that there's lights out in Takra and he's sending a smiley face. But then I guess he's watching the show. This one says...
he's using a generator.
Maybe. This one says, no one engages a dog in a gazing contest. Parents should teach their children. This one is from SSOK. And those are some of your comments coming through on WhatsApp. Now, after the break, we take your comments on South African President Jacob Zuma. He's been asked to pay the $23 million he used to renovate his country home. Welcome back to the interactive segment of the news with me, Efua Akwa Harrison. Now let's take you to South Africa, where a court has given Treasury there 60 days to determine how President Jacob Zuma will repay monies he used to upgrade his private home. Now, President Zuma must pay for a swimming pool, an amphitheater, that's an open-air theater, a visitor center, a cattle enclosure, and a chicken run. So what do you think? Could a ruling like that ever happen here and to a sitting president?
It's not possible. This can never happen in Ghana because the president has all the powers, and even though the constitution do not allow that, over here the president has all the powers in hands, and it can never happen in Ghana here.
Even if it happens, they will not talk about it. We know somebody has embezzled money so much. They have said it. They have put the person before court. Yeah, let's say you pay, and today the person is a free man.
Actually, no. I don't think this could happen in Ghana because we've seen a couple of this in this country, like the Woyome Saga. Even our own Vice-Free Yankra went to Brazil with like it was embezzlement of Ghana's of money. You understand? Ghanaian money, the hard hand of the taxpayers' money. That the money was misused. I don't know what happened. Commission of Inquiries was set up, and I don't know what happens. Nothing. He was even changed to a different position.
For now, no. For now, I doubt.
Why?
Ever since I've been born, from Nkrumah time maybe, but for now, the crop of leaders we are having, I don't think, or maybe in future.
Presidents and then ministers, they embezzle so much money, send them even overseas, and then there's nothing people could do about it. I think South Africa is well developed, and then democracy is on a high peak in South Africa, and that's how we see the state demanding that the president refunds some of this embezzled cash. But when you come to Ghana, well, it's even difficult for people to even point fingers to the president and say, oh, this, and this, you've embezzled this so much money. And Ghanaians we know how to talk a lot, but getting things done is very difficult.
The court asked Woyome to pay the money back. So the same thing can happen. For example, if President Mahama embezzles the state money and is found guilty, the court can ask him to pay.
Vivian Arthur from Cape Coast says, SA is not lawless like Ghana. It can never happen in Ghana because we are sharply divided on political lines. Israel, leave it to you to wrap it up.
All right, so I just wanted to show them the ranch.
Wow.
So you can see the ranch out there.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's really, really huge.
Well, an open-air theater, a visitor center, and all of that.
You got to be close to what Michael Jackson had, I guess.
$23 million. But that's how we end the interactive segment of the news. Thank you so much for your company. My name is Efua Akwa Harrison. Have a good evening.